they don't take it that well when they lose. They're like, oh, we had a good season. Anyway, even when they win, our director Matt said, even when they win. All right, Philly, but let's go ahead and look at your forecast for today. You're not winning. We've got thunderstorms coming at rush hour. That is not a good thing in the Philadelphia area. And we've got rounds of thunderstorms coming in too, so it's not just later today. So we start this morning with the chance of a couple of showers moving in the next couple of hours. Not a lot, but then right before lunchtime, now we see that next wave coming in. It's, again, a couple of showers, maybe a thunderstorm. These ones that pop about 4, 5, 6 o'clock this afternoon, those are the ones that could be severe. That's when we'll have, enough daytime heating feeding in, increasing the instability. Same thing in New York City. You have a very similar forecast where today we've got that increasing chance of thunderstorms at rush hour. Why? It's the worst possible time, right? Everything's already slow enough as it is on the roadways. Now we bring in thunderstorms and rain. We'll watch for a couple of possible showers popping earlier in the day, like just after lunchtime. That moves through, and then coming in rush hour, the dinner hour. After that, it clears out. 11 o'clock tonight, we're fine, but until then, not so great. All right, D.C. for us, same thing, although we start a little bit earlier here today, and we will watch for thunderstorms coming in. Possible severe weather. It's going to be warm. It's going to be humid. You're already feeling it as you step outside this morning. And in D.C., watch today, chance of showers this morning, especially out in some of the western burbs. We watch that go through, and then into the afternoon. These are the ones that could be feisty, that could bring some strong damaging winds, some hail. There is an isolated tornado risk. So this is all what we're watching in the Northeast on this I-95 corridor at rush hour. So be ready for changes. Be ready for warnings, too, Jim. That's going to be something to consider later today. This is not a good sign, Reynolds. We are starting off the day with delays even before the storms get there, Philadelphia. Not good. I mean, when the first flights of the day are delayed, you're, in a tough situation. So we have a lot of active weather in the busy and crowded airspace of the Northeast. Pittsburgh, D.C. airports, Philadelphia, all 3 of the New York City area airports, all are going to be affected by these thunderstorms, even if the storms aren't right over the terminal because it is such a busy airspace. So expecting delays through the afternoon and early evening, even down to the south, like Charlotte, with thunderstorms in the forecast. And of course, the South, Reynolds, it's about the heat, too. I'll take it if my kids are watching. That would be a great Mother's Day present. All right, let's check in with Miami. Look right now outside, courtesy of EarthCam. Couple of puffy cumulus clouds out there, but nothing that's really going to bring rain. Not yet, anyway. Rain is returning here by this weekend. Finally, so many of you are saying, we got a couple of rainy days in a row, so maybe it's too much. Maybe it's too much all at once. So here's Miami's forecast. Today, tomorrow, dry, temperatures in the mid-80s. Dew points are only in the mid-60s. It's not that bad out there, but we are going to be watching for thunderstorms coming back into the picture. The rainy season gets on starting at the end of the weekend. So here's what's happening. High pressure, the classic Bermuda high pressure off into the southeast Atlantic. That and the flow around it coming out around in the clockwise fashion brings up moisture from the Caribbean. All that tropical moisture coming up into South Florida. And it's also coming in because of this low pressure, which isn't the strongest low, but it's just going to help with its counterclockwise flow, bring in the moisture. So now we are watching for a lot of higher dew point air, a lot of moisture-laden air coming into South Florida and then moving north as we get through the next 5 days. So tomorrow, fine. Saturday, not fine in South Florida. We bring in scattered showers and thunderstorms. Some could bring some heavy rain. This maybe won't cause any concerns for flooding just yet because everything's pretty dry going into it. But by Sunday and Monday, we've got even more big downpours coming in with thunderstorms overtaking the entire Sunshine State by the time we get into Monday. So even up to the Panhandle, watching for rain to move in. And it could be heavy. Some spots could get 3 to 5 inches of rainfall. That's when you start to wonder and worry about some of those urban flooding events here. We're watching on West Palm Beach getting in through the end of the weekend for you. All right, what's